It's race week, and we'll be in Emilia, Romagna, Imola in Italy this week. There's been rain since last week, and it's been feared that there will be no race in Imola this weekend. But we are sure there will be a race because it's going to hold and it's going to be way big. It is raining season everywhere, and there's nothing we can do about it. We love F1. We have to race, and we love to see races in the rain. We want to see the best drivers sludge it out in the rain and show us how good they are. The weatherman, the rain man, the sand man, and the storm everybody man should come and, give us their best in the rain. But still, my name is Oshifes Oluwadamilare. I'm a mechanic. Welcome to Exxon F1, also known as from Lawon, Colum, Africa. Now, Mercedes are telling us that the updates they are bringing to Imola are updates that will just keep the season going and also not necessarily change what is going to happen, but certainly the update is to give them the right direction or the new direction they are going to next year. And I heard that and I'm laughing. Why didn't Mercedes just tell us this? We are bringing updates. We don't want to tell you that it will fail or it won't fail. But this is the reason why we are bringing update. We are bringing update for the race to see what we can do. So we don't want to give you high hopes. We don't want to give you low hopes. Just know that we are bringing updates, so don't expect anything. I'm baffled. They've been working in the simulation. They know the direction they are meant to go since Bahrain testing. This is the 6th race of the season, and still you are telling us it's just changing direction. Which direction are they changing? We already know that the upgrades they are bringing, like I said in the last video, possibly they are bringing new floor, totally new floor. And I still expect them to upgrade the new floor they are bringing towards the end of the season. But the upgrades they are bringing certainly would take them closer to the Aston Martin and the Ferrari. But the Aston Martins, we can see them in the race that they are beating the Ferraris. But in a one-pace lap, it's difficult for them to handle the Ferraris. But the Aston Martins, they are so close. So I'm seeing the upgrades Mercedes are bringing close. Upgrades that will keep them close to the Aston Martin, I believe. So in all, if we look at what we are expecting from Mercedes, they are still confused. They are very unsure of themselves. They are like telling us that it is still a race of confusion for them, or no holds bar, or who will win or who will not win, or what do we expect or what we don't expect. But they are seeing it as a step in the right direction. Step in the right direction. Anyway, for some of us, I expect them to bring new floors, new front suspension, revise their rear suspension, and also to bring new and updated side cover to the race. The next race, we might be expecting them to bring floors. Like when they are coming to Silverstone, they should be bringing floors. But let's see what Mercedes will bring. Imola track is a track in which I believe they'll be so competitive. If their package is competitive, they will be so competitive, and that might define their year, because after the Imola race, they'll be going to Monaco. Then from Monaco, I think they'll be going to Spain, I think. So those 3 races will determine their season and their upgrades, how their upgrades are working, and what next they can bring to the track to make their car better. And that should give them a better lift about next year and what we should expect Mercedes to do next year and how competitive they will be next year. But that being said, if you remember what happened actually in Miami between the 2 Red Bulls, that was Max Verstappen and Checo Perez. Max Verstappen coming from 9th on the grid to win the race, and Checo Perez starting pole position and ending the race 2nd position. I've been saying it for quite some time that there's been a lot of EP in that team, and race showed a lot. But I think Checo Perez is trying to bury some things when he said in his post-race conference that he later saw that his pace, what Max Verstappen is really doing, he cannot keep up with it. And I'm like, wait, these are the same cars. The difference is they're in the same race, but the only thing I saw that Checo Perez was going from a medium tire to a hard tire, while Max Verstappen was going from a hard tire to a medium tire. But take a look at it. The Mercedes had the same issue while Russell was going from a medium to a hard tire and Lewis was going from a hard to a medium tire. We can see a lot of pace difference. Coming from a hard tire to a medium tire, the car is made much more faster. But it depends on how the hard tire was being flogged. Lewis Hamilton flogged his hard tire so well that he could not keep the pace at a point. When Russell changed, Russell had pace, but Lewis Hamilton had the common sense to allow Russell to pass because it is not his race. And, they are not competing against each other. So he had to allow him to pass. But the pace difference was so close. If the pace difference between the two Red Bulls are so close, we should be seeing them ending the race, even if Max Verstappen was to win the race, like a 2 seconds, 3 seconds apart. But with that gap, it is to my submission that there's something wrong in Red Bull. I think they're directing the races to Verstappen to win another championship. And like I've been saying, I'm not against Red Bull. I love Verstappen. I love Checo Perez. I love all those drivers. This is racing. I don't bet. But racing should be clean. Racing should be won on merit, on grounds that they deserve it, they have worked for it, and it is their right. Not a driver being given an advantage over the other. Well, it's not mine to be said, but I've just said my own. We are going to Imola this week. The drivers are already arriving in Imola. The updates are arriving. And I think this weekend will be a very good weekend for racing. Imola is a track that's so competitive that there will be a lot of overtakes. So I am expecting overtakes. And remember, there's still another race in Italy. That's Monza towards the end of the year. But I think this race would really define where Mercedes is going. Aston Martin too are bringing updates. Ferrari are bringing updates. But the problem now is whose updates will be better, because when everybody is bringing updates, one update should certainly look better than the other updates. So we would know where everybody is and the direction everybody is moving to and how closer they are getting towards the Red Bull. And at this time of the season, we would know if Red Bull will really be losing pace or their pace will be increasing. Not my guess. When I said Red Bull still had more pace in that car, we would actually know at this time by 2 or 3 races when others are picking up or getting closer to them if they had pace in the car or they don't really have pace, because they are telling us that no, that's the best they can do and the car will keep doing this. By the time we would know. If Christian Horner has been telling us lies, like, you know, he doesn't tell lies, but he twists words, he's diplomatic, we would really know. And Toto Wolff too is diplomatic, he won't tell lies, but he's diplomatic. We would know how diplomatic the two of them are with their cars, with their team. But another team that might be a team of surprise in Imola will be Alpine. I want to see how Alpine would fare in Imola, see how Alpine would really do in Imola this season, and how competitive they would be. So we meet in Imola. Thank you. We love you. Bye.